I'm leaving general dentistry.
Forever. I'm not going to be just a dentist anymore. I'm no longer going to do fillings, crowns, endo, anything like that. And that's because I'm pursuing orthodontics and I don't think I'm going to be doing general dentistry anymore. If best case scenario happens, of course. So this upcoming year, I'm going to be doing an orthodontic preceptorship program, and it's a year-long program. And I'm so excited to be doing that. I was thinking about it. This past Friday was the last filling I did, and I really think it's the last filling I'm going to do forever. Let's keep our fingers crossed because this is best case scenario. I still have to apply to ortho. I just submitted my application to some of the schools through a DATpass. I did everything I could to make myself a better applicant with the time I was given and with the resources I had. Let's hope for the best. I wanted to come here to talk about how this year went, what I learned, and what I'm looking forward to for next year. This year was not exactly what I expected it to be, although I did come to this GPR program for a reason. I came to this GPR program because ortho experience, like on this video that I watched online, I saw that they had a couple orthodontists and that I would get ortho experience. So coming into GPR, I knew I wanted to do ortho. I thought this was the best idea, and I did get the ortho experience. So I did get what I came here to get, but I learned a lot of other things along the way, such as burnout. This is the first year that I experienced burnout.
Hi guys, we are done with the week. So usually on early Fridays, I always do a therapy session and we talk about whatever is stressing me out during the week. Since I moved to Pennsylvania, it's been work related. Coming from dental school and then going straight into a GPR and seeing like 8 patients, 10 patients a day. I'm so tired. I'm halfway done through the day, actually more than halfway. Let's see, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 patients. I have 2 more patients left. But in between these patients, I'm also doing hygiene exams.
The first year I experienced real burnout. Like if I think back to college was hard. I definitely cried a lot. It was definitely very hard. I definitely felt the stress of college, but I don't think I was ever burnt out. And I think the huge reason why I didn't get burnt out in college was because I was so motivated and so driven. And this is, I really think this is what it is, because this year was the first year that I didn't feel that motivation. So let's go back to my college years. So in college, I was so motivated to get into dental school. Like that was the goal, that was the dream. I was gonna study as hard as I could. If I didn't do well in an exam, I was gonna study even harder because I was so motivated to get into dental school. And if you knew me in college, this is actually how I was. And I think a lot of this stems from being the first to go to college, knowing what higher education can bring to my life. So I was very motivated by that part. I was very self-driven. And then when I got into dental school, I was very motivated to finish. And I want to say that I enjoy dental school. Like, I wouldn't necessarily do dental school over again, but I would 100% do dental school over again than do my 1 year general practice residency. It's not like I hated general dentistry. I really didn't. My favorite part about work, about my GPR, was actually seeing my patients. Like hands down, that was the best part. I built great relationships with my patients and most of them spoke Spanish. I speak Spanish. I was literally one of the only ones that could communicate with them. So that was very fulfilling for me. And I felt like I really made an impact on my patients. So it's definitely not because I hate general dentistry. I don't hate it. I just like ortho more, which is why I'm going into ortho. There was also definitely great things about my GPR program. I still learned a lot. I didn't waste the year or anything like that, in case you thought that. I just didn't feel like myself this year, but I did a lot of self-reflection. I learned a lot about myself this year. I'm feeling better than ever to start next year. I definitely met some great attendings that helped me get through this program, that taught me a lot. I don't think they watch my YouTube videos, but in case they do, Dr. Patel, Dr. Wasno, thank you. Without them, I probably would, I don't know what would happen. But for real, Dr. Patel went above and beyond to teach me pediatric dentistry. I didn't know too much about pediatric dentistry just because when I was doing my rotation at USC, it was COVID and I never did a filling on a child. So I got to experience that here.
I did my first SSC and it wasn't that bad. It was pretty underrated. Wait, is the word overrated or underrated? If it like wasn't as exciting as I thought it'd be, it was pretty easy. And I think we did it pretty quickly. Like to reduce the occlusal, it was like super fast. And to do the interproximals, it was pretty fast because the tooth is so small. But yeah, that's all.
I had some OR experience and got to do many stainless steel crowns on a peds patient in the OR, so that was a really great experience. So, support systems. In dental school, I felt like I had a great support system, and we can attribute that to the class, like the classmates. It was a class of 144. There's definitely friends that you could find in a class of 144. And there's also a lot of clubs, and upperclassmen and underclassmen, you get a big and they mentor you. So if you need any help, you can ask them. You also get a benchmate. And if you need any help, you can ask them. And then once you're an upperclassman, you get a little and you get a benchmate and you can help them. So I love that dynamic. It really works well for me. And in college, I was in a pre-health sorority, and I love my big and I love my little, and I feel like that system just really works for me. So in residency, I didn't really have that. Of course, I still made friends. Like I became really good friends with one of my co-residents. Well, actually, I like all of my co-residents, but it's a little bit different here in residency because we have 2 different clinics, and in one clinic there's 3 residents. So I was in the clinic with 3 residents, and then in the other clinic there's 5 residents. So I wasn't too close with the other 5 residents because I never saw them. It was nice to have support from my 2 other co-residents, but it was different. There was no upperclassmen that could help me if I needed help. All right, so for next year, plans have changed for next year. If you saw my previous video a couple of videos ago, probably like 6 months ago, I did mention that I was going to be doing an orthodontic fellowship in Florida. So plans changed. I'm still going to be doing something ortho related, but it's called an orthodontic preceptorship, and I'm moving to Rochester, New York to pursue this preceptorship program, and I'm also going to be pursuing a master's degree. I'm very excited about this. I really am. I'm excited to just study again, to just do ortho, to meet new people, to get mentored by upperclassmen, and then to one day mentor the lower classmen once I'm accepted, of course, because I have to apply and become accepted. I'm an optimistic person and I'm hopeful, and I truly don't think like burnout will happen for me. This year was just an interesting situation, and I got through it and I learned a lot about myself. I did a lot of self-reflection, and I really learned about the environments that I truly can thrive in. And that for me is a supportive environment. I need to feel supported, you know, and as a human, I feel that we all need to feel supported. Maybe we just don't talk about it, but I'm here talking about it because I know that's what I need. If I don't feel supported, I might not be as motivated. And I've been motivating myself through my entire life, so I know self-motivation is a thing and I know it's possible, but it's just a lot easier when you have a great support system. Let's end this video by talking about next year, which I'm so excited for. So I'm moving to upstate New York, Rochester. I've never been there, but I did sign a lease and I cannot wait to get there. Although I do have to pack and move, so that's gonna be fun. I have to figure out how I'm gonna do that still. Yeah, but I do have some orthodontic modules that I have to complete before starting my program. So I'm so excited. Let me tell you a little bit about this program. So I'm basically going to be a first-year resident, but technically I'm not a first-year resident. And I'm not going to GORP. GORP is like the event that all the first year residents go to, so I'm not going because technically I'm not a first year resident, but I'm going to be going to all the same classes as the first year residents, going to be with them in clinic. I'm basically going to be learning everything a first year orthodontic resident learns, but I'm not going to have that title. I'm so excited to just be doing ortho next year. And alongside, I'm going to be pursuing a master's, or at least that's the plan, and I have to figure out what my project is going to be on. I've been coming up with some ideas, but I'm sure I'm going to have some mentorship and some help as well. So that's the plan for next year. Goals for the future, I really want to vlog my time during my ortho preceptorship program and afterwards during ortho residency, similar to how I did dental school vlogs. It was really fun for me to do and really fun for me to look back on. That is the plan. Thank you guys for following along, and I'm so excited to take you guys along with me to New York.